Hello, my name is Avery Malash, and I'm a first-year student here at the University of Windsor in the BFA in Acting program. Now, my research question is based on something that has been explored quite extensively, but I like to think that my research project explores it in a new light. Depression and anxiety has been something that has affected me for a very long time, not directly, I don't have it myself, but by observing the people around me, I've seen that many people close to me do have it. I see them in prolonged states of unhappiness, I've seen the scars of their self-harm, and over the years, seeing all this has motivated me to take action, to help them. And so this led to the creation of my movement composition, which is entitled A Day in the Life. Now, my movement composition is not based on a theoretical approach. It's an artistic expression of an examination of a certain loved one. And through this, I hoped to be able to gain a better understanding of what she felt, not the result. And through my passion for theater, I was able to help them. Now, I used a few methods in the creation of my composition. I used 4, in fact. The first method was simply to observe the person in their everyday life, their body language, how they acted around certain people. I found that when she was alone just with me, because she was comfortable and I knew about her depression, she was, I don't want to say lazy, but she had no motivation to move. Her movements were slow, and so I incorporated this body language into my composition. But then when she was around other people and people who didn't know about her depression, she was springy. It was like she could just switch. She's the best actress I know. And so by observing this, I was able to also incorporate this into my composition. And it created 2 extremities. It created conflict in my composition. The second method I used was simply talking to the person about their depression. I asked for visualizations or metaphors that I could use to create a better picture and paint a picture in my composition. And one of the key pictures she gave me was that she felt like she was drowning in a sea that was just full of pressure weighing down on her, and she could see the surface and was reaching for it, but never could she reach it or break it. And so I used this visualization as another key part of my composition. The third tool I used was composition techniques and the guidelines for the composition assignment. In the guideline, we were asked to use certain movements and had certain limitations, such as jumps, rolls. We had to incorporate gibberish speaking and 10 seconds of laughing or crying, and so these made my composition movements more concrete. I used those to create movements that related to the visualizations and the metaphors that she talked to me about. But the final and one of the most important parts was to allow the physical movements I chose to create to have an effect inside me and spur my own emotions inside me. Because you can understand your own emotions to the fullest extent. And so I used the physical movements I created to create an emotion inside of me, which I then radiated outward in my composition. My movement composition fulfilled its purpose. I was able to use movement as a second language to gain a greater understanding of a person's struggles. I got her to open up to her parents about it and actually seek help for once in her life. And she's doing a lot better, and I'm so glad to see it. This is why my project is important. It has the power to stimulate dialogue. It has the power to inspire communication through people's passions. It doesn't have to be through physical theater. It could be any of the arts. I was actually able to inspire communication at a Jack Summit meeting recently, which is a meeting across Ontario where they try to bring awareness to mental health. It proved to me that my composition has the ability to touch hearts and to open people up and inspire that communication, no matter what your story is. It gives people who feel like they don't have a voice with dignity, a voice that's unique to their experiences.